world? It's the Black Guy 410, back with another album review. And today I want to discuss the latest album from Cunninynguists-Strange Journey Volume 3. For people who aren't familiar with the group, it's a Southern hip-hop group consisting of MCs Deacon the Villain and Natty, and producer No, who's also an MC at times, but mostly known for his production. These dudes have been out for a while. The first album I heard from them that made me a fan was 30 Acres. I heard that. I can't remember what year it was. It was a while ago, but that was the album for me that made me a fan of them. And I heard 30 Acres, and I went back and I got a Piece of Strange, and also I don't have Will Rap for Food, but like I heard it, and so I love their old stuff as well, the recent stuff they did. From then on, they had on Neurology. They've had Strange Journey Volume 1 and 2, and this is the third installment of the series. The Strange Journey projects are kind of like compilations. This one being no different. They collaborate with a lot of people, and what was interesting about this album was it was very, almost say, fan made. They interacted with a lot of their fans via social media, getting ideas on who to collab with. They held votes on, name an artist, and whatever artist would get like the most likes would be people they would consider to collab with. They also, I believe, had contests for the artwork, which the artwork they did were dope, especially for artwork for the CD is dope. And they had another one for the cover that I wish would have been the album artwork. But either way, it was heavily fan input on how the album turned out, and this is the final result. Like I said, I'll run through the list of features. These are some of the people that the fans wanted to see them collab with. So we got Del the Funky Homo Sapien, Zombie from Zion, Tunji, who's collabed with them plenty of times before, Murs, Grieve, Blue, Psalm 1, Toby, who's also collabed with them before, Substantial, R.A. Sion, hopefully I'm saying his name right, Aesop Rock, Sadistic, Shiesty Christ, who's definitely already collabed with them before. Actually, he put out a duo with, I think he and Deacon did an album together called Niggas with Latitude. Check that out. Self-titled, Apathy, Master Ace, Mr. SOS, J Live, and Tone Deaf. So that's give you a taste of the features, the people that they collab with for this album. Sound-wise, this is a very, very like mellow and like spacey and kind of relaxed sound-wise, sonically, with the album. And No does a great job of capturing that feeling of not just with the beats. He's one of my favorite producers because I love the vocal samples he uses, and I never know where he gets these samples from. Some of them sound very obscure, but he does a great job of flipping them, and he's a master at making that kind of just real moody, spacey kind of just like chill beat. And that sound pretty much, it rides through most of the album. There are a few tracks that aren't as laid back and spacey. I'll get into those when I get into track specifics later. Content wise, you got a few different concepts, few different topics that they touch on, various topics. There are a few relationship themed tracks, like The Morning. Actually, I think did I mention that feature? The Morning was a track with Psalm 1 and Blue as the feature. That was a kind of relationship themed track. You also get a few introspective tracks like Castles with Sadistic and Aesop Rock, also Don Breed. But not even on just those two. Throughout the album, you get plenty of different feels of content, and lyrically, if you've listened to Cunninynguists before, you know what to expect lyrically. There are no slouches, on the microphone by any means. Very very like poetical in my opinion, especially on like the introspective tracks, but they also can spit, when need be, as Deacon definitely showed. And when I get into, actually let me just roll into that now. Some of my like standout tracks. Strange Universe, I love that one. With that was actually the pretty much the opening track after the intro with Delta Funky Homo Sapien. That was a good one. In the City with Zombie from Zion, that was probably one of my favorites. I love how like it was just a really just like super chill track. I love the feel of that one. Let's see, The Morning with Blue and Psalm 1, that was a good one. I was cool to see Blue collab with Cunninynguists. I thought that was a dope feature. That definitely turned out pretty good. Kings with Shiesty Christ is probably my favorite track on here, mostly because unlike the rest of the tracks, like I said, this album is very like moody, spacey, and chill. And for me, this track was a little more aggressive, especially Deacon's verse. Deacon was going off on that track, and it was just way more aggressive than like the rest of the album. And I wish, the only complaint about that track is that it featured Shiesty Christ, but he was only on the hook. I wish they could have gave him a verse, but just a small complaint. Hot with Self-Titled and Apathy was another good one. Never gonna complain about a Self-Titled or Apathy feature. Kind of wish maybe that beat was like a little more aggressive. Like I wish that could have been a little more aggressive track, but other than that, verses were dope. And once again, I believe it was Deacon who he may have had the second or third verse, but he had another like really like aggressive verse that stood out as a whole in this project, because it was just so more aggressive than anything else you're gonna hear on here. Format with Master Ace and Mr. SOS was another dope one. That track's pretty much like kind of like an ode to hip hop. I guess that's kind of what I would label it as. I like the part of Master Ace's verse when he was talking about how back in the day when we used to have tapes, and it was hard to rewind the tape back to find what song you wanted to listen to for people I guess my age and up. You know that struggle if you did grow up with tapes, how you had to there was no just track 1, track 2, track 3. You literally had to rewind back and catch the song you needed. So I like that track. Don Breed was another good one. Beyond the Sun with J Live was a good one. And the last track on here, and I'm definitely gonna butcher the name of this track, Uratura Kaiju. I know I said that wrong. With Tone Deaf. It's only like a minute and something long track, but I love like the rapid fire flow that they did on this. And I love also the sound of that track, because it didn't really fit in with the rest of the album, but I think I liked it because it was so. It just, I don't know, it was different. If you hear that track in the context of the rest of the album, it definitely stands out. My only complaint really was, for me, at times I felt maybe this album was a little too like mellow. So I appreciated the tracks, like I just said, the one with Tone Deaf, the ones that were a little more upbeat, a little different, that kind of stood out than the rest of them did. But that's just a minor complaint. Even with that really chill vibe, like I said, No's a master at capturing that kind of feeling. So, what they did, if that was the sound that they were going for, they pulled it off, pretty much perfectly. And you can never go wrong with No on the production. Really, these dudes have been consistent for a pretty long time. This project is no different. If you're a Cunninynguists fan, there's no reason why you wouldn't enjoy this. If you're not a fan, I still suggest checking it out. And if you don't, I would say if you're not a fan of them or you're new to their work and you don't like this, personally, I would probably recommend or Rap for Food or Dirty Acres or Piece of Strange. I think either one of those three would be good ones to start out with to get familiar with their work. But even still, like I said, definitely this was a solid release. I pre-ordered my physical copy, so I'm still waiting for that in the mail. But other than that, man, no complaints. They put out another good installment of the Strange Journey series. Hopefully, looking forward to, they put out another official, like, Cunninynguists album, because like I said, Strange Journey series is kind of like a compilation. And a side note, you should check out the Built to Fade album, which I did a review of. which consists of No and a few other vocal singers whose names are escaping me right now, but I did a review of it. You should go check that out. I put a link in the description below to I put one to this album and then the Built to Fade album. And if you've never been like I said, if you're on a Cunninynguists fan, you should also check out some of their older work and then check out No's solo album, Death is Silent. That was another really good piece of work. Yeah, so Strange Journey Volume 3. No, not really too many complaints. I got what I pretty much expected. Like I said, I wish some of the tracks could have been a little more aggressive, but other than that, this was a pretty solid listen all the way through. They do a good job of capturing that moody, spacey vibe, real atmospheric and chill, and they always deliver lyrically. So, and all the features that the fans wanted them to collab with, pretty much they pulled them off. None of these features felt out of place. They pulled all of the features off pretty good. So, hats off to them, hats off to the fans for voting for these features, and hats off to Cunninynguists for pulling the songs off. So, yeah, Strange Journey, Volume 3. Go check it out. Until the next time, I'll catch y'all later.